Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. I am your boy, BigAL Bettor. We'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed or liked yet or followed or whatever else you do on this platform, please do that. We do appreciate it. MattyBets, how are you doing, brother?
You know, I could be better, to be completely
Yeah,
honest with
how's
you.
that?
I don't know. It's just Commanders Bucks. I mean, it's kind of a boring game. It's probably just going to
Whoa,
be. It's not
whoa,
going to be a
whoa,
page
whoa.
turner. It's not going to be electric. It's just going to be. It's going to be kind of depressing, I think. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm excited. I'm stoked. I'm ready to talk about this game. I want to know what you have to say about this game. I got a couple stats here and there. Like I love my parlay. I love my touchdown scores. I love the spread in this game. I love everything. Like life is good. I'm good. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. The only way that life could be better is if you're on a beach in Costa Rica, pina colada, no worries in the world, and able to bet from your phone.
Hey, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I'm gonna have to make a couple
I don't
calls.
think
Get.
Costa Rica. I don't think Costa Rica has legalized online sports gambling, but
I'll
I
make a
could be
few
wrong.
calls. I'll make a few calls.
Make a few calls,
Hit up DJ.
hand out a couple pina coladas. Next
DT.
thing you know, it's legalized. No big deal. No big deal. All right, let's hop into this thing, Matt. So obviously we got the Commanders take on the Bucks. The spread is 3 points. Commanders are +3 on the road at the Bucks. The over/under set at 50.5, depending on the book you shop. I'm using DraftKings numbers because that's the only book available to me in this state. They did play just to set the stage. They played week one. The final score was 20-37. The Bucks won that one by 17. Pretty dominant. But Jaden Daniels, that was his first game. That was his rookie debut. So with that being said, with that stage being said, I'll also throw this one out for you. Commanders total points per game, them and their opponents, like I've been doing for the last couple games we've gone through. 51.5 for the season.
Okay.
Pretty high. The Buccaneers, them and their opponents for the whole season per game, 52.1.
Okay.
So
So,
two pretty high scoring teams that let their opponents score a pretty good amount of points as well. So with that being said, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Matt, how do you see this game going and what do you like from it?
all right. So I'm gonna come with my own stats here real quick. I normally wait till we're in the parlay. I'm gonna just mention it now, kind of set the stage even more. Baker Mayfield, last year. It was his debut for the Bucks in the playoffs. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
First round versus the Eagles, 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pretty good
Wow.
debut, pretty good game. I mean, that's a great game if you're talking playoff football.
I'd
That's
say.
that's what you
I'd
want.
say.
Baker Mayfield, you and I both love Baker on this show. We've talked about him immensely. We just love the way
Gamer.
that he plays. He's a dog. He just never he's you can never count him out. He's just the
Right.
guy. He's the dog that just won't shut up and doesn't stop barking. And you want it to stop, and you're just like, dude, stop. And it just never does. Doesn't listen to commands. He's just like, no, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm a savage. Next game was the divisional loss to the Lions. He still threw for 350. Still had a lot of passing
Dang.
yards. Still had 3 touchdowns, but
Dang.
and had 2 interceptions. So,
Okay.
yeah, there's the downside there. But I mean, I expect a big game from Baker here in this. Like he airs the ball out. Obviously, last year he had Godwin, but without
Mm-hmm.
Godwin here, I mean, he still was leading the league in passing touchdowns without Godwin. So I still like Baker here a lot. So with that being said, with you setting the stage, me setting the stage a little bit more, I'm going Bucks here. I think it's pretty easy. -3. They're gonna win this game. I have I
Really?
have no hesitation here. It's a rookie quarterback on the other side of the field. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna trust it. Sorry, Dan Quinn. Your time. It was your time. It was your time to make the playoffs, but it wasn't your time to win. We'll see you back in the playoffs next year. I guarantee it. But yeah, I'm taking the Bucks here at -3 with no questions asked, no hesitation. And then we're playing the over here. It's two high-powered offenses. I think Jaden Daniels is still gonna have a great game, but at the end of the game, Jaden Daniels isn't the guy that's going to be able to push them over the hump. It's going to be Baker Mayfield, regardless of how this game ends in the last 2 minutes. It's going to be Baker Mayfield, and he's going to have an answer, and he's going to win that game. If it comes down to that, I don't think it will, but if it does come down to the last 2 minutes, I put all my faith in Baker.
That is shocking, Matt. I am actually mind blown. You've been Mr. Jaden Daniels all season long.
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, did I lag out there a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh no, I said that shocks me because you've been Mr. Jaden Daniels all season long, and now you get +3 on your guy, and you're gonna take the -3 with the Bucks instead.
I am. It's the Bucks. It's Baker. Like it's Bucky Irving. Like it's Mike Evans. Like it's too hard to not take. And they're at home. Commanders are a great team. I've loved watching Jaden Daniels his rookie year. He's going to be a stud for a long time. I have no doubts about that. He's going to only get better, I think. But
Hmm.
it's the Bucks, and the Buck stops here, and the Bucks stop you here. You like
Okay.
that?
I am. I do like that. I like that a lot. I am actually lockstep with you. I've got the Bucks -3. Also, I'm shocked that you do, but I have the Bucks -3, and I have the over 50.5. Like you set the stage pretty well. Baker balls out in the playoffs, big moments, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards his first 2 playoff games with the Bucks. I expect nothing less than this, especially against the Commanders team that's kind of just middle of the road as far as defensively. Um, Commanders, I think, are going to score a ton of points also, which is why I'm also on the over. I expect just an exciting game, but I think at the end of it, the Bucks will make enough plays to come out on top as the victor. You know what's crazy though? Like the Commanders went 12-5 this season, which is insane, and the Bucks went 10-7. So technically, the Commanders had a better year as far as that goes. But you've got 2 losses the Bucks took to Atlanta, which both those games went to overtime, and then the Bucks also had to play the Chiefs. And that game went to overtime, and they lost that one. So you flip those games around. Next thing you know, these Bucks could have been a 13-14,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And that's just those games. And they're also one of the only teams to beat Detroit this year, and they beat the Vikings this year.
Yeah,
So yeah, the Bucks are a scary team.
especially in the playoffs when you might have to go and play against the Vikings. Like the way the book thinks, like you're gonna have to either play the Vikings or the Lions. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean to have already beat them this year, it's a big challenge, big step. I mean, but I think Baker can
Yep.
do it. We'll see. I mean, they might end up losing this game, but I don't see that happening. So yeah, we're both riding with Baker. We're both riding on a lot of points. Explosive
Yep.
game, exciting game, fun to watch. A lot of points, a lot of excitement. I'm here for it.
Like I've been saying in some of the other videos, and I told you in our breakdown of this round at the beginning of the week, to me, this is going to be like the most fun game to watch. Obviously, Packer fan, I'm going to love the Packer game. The Steelers Ravens, I think, is going to be fun to watch, but I think this one will be the most exciting, highest scoring. Um, I think this game is going to be just a fireworks show from start to finish. So I'm excited for it.
Nice, I like that. All right, next up, we got 4 pick parlays for you guys. Al's gonna go with his, then I'll give you guys mine. If it's your first time here, like, subscribe, all that kind of crap. You know, everybody says it. We're gonna say it too. You know,
Yep.
if you can't beat them, join them. That's kind of the phrase. You guys have heard that before, so just wanted to throw that in there. Al, go ahead with your 4 pick parlay.
Okay, so guys, we try to keep these 4 pick parlays we have all year between 500 and 2,000. This one got a little higher than I intended to get, but just the lines were actually so much plus money I couldn't not take them.
I'm
So
gonna,
here's
st-
what I
I'm gonna,
did.
I'm gonna stop you real quick, okay? It pisses me off because every single time that I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have a higher paying one than Al, it's just nope. It's always
Uh,
like that. Every single time I have one that's in 4 digits, it's always just not enough, and it's just Big Al all day. So go ahead with yours. Just
It'll
wanted
make
to say
sense
that.
though. It'll make sense. It'll make sense when you hear it because you're gonna be like, okay, that makes sense why it got that high. And I was not gonna change this one pick that would have brought it down. So it's like it is what it is. Okay, so I got Baker to throw for 2 touchdowns. I was gonna take him for 3, and I didn't know that he'd thrown 3 in both his first playoff games until you brought that to me. But I switched it to 2 because I was gonna take 3. It was plus money. But I'm taking Baker for 2. It's minus money. I'm taking Baker for 25 plus rushing yards. He's been using his legs a lot more lately. So just this whole season, he'll just roll out of the pocket and pick up yards. So I like that. I like Baker for 25. I got Brian Robinson, 60 plus rushing yards. We know Brian Robinson, he's a dog. And then my final pick, and this is the one that put it over the top, Mike Evans, 100 plus receiving yards. This playoff game, Baker should throw for a ton of yards. I expect Mike Evans to be on the receiving end of it. And the Commanders' defense is good, not great. Now, they do have Marshawn Lattimore on this Washington team, so we'll have to watch out for that because him and Mike Evans haven't gotten along their whole career. But we'll see what happens. This thing pays out plus 2,300
Plus 2,300 makes absolutely no sense how it pays that much. If everything
because
is
Mike
minus
Evans is
money.
plus 210.
No, but I'm just looking at it right here, okay? It makes no sense. Maybe I need to switch books and go, bet on some
You do,
DraftKings if I
yeah,
can.
most
Yeah.
definitely. You most
Because I
definitely
feel like mine, I'll tell you mine, and then you can let me know if you think mine should pay out more
do.
than yours or the same amount.
Okay.
But we're going Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdowns, just like you do. We love that pick right there. Baker Mayfield's been on a heater. He just throws the ball.
Yep.
Love that, especially in the playoffs. Then we're going Terry McLaurin,
41 touchdowns.
41. And then we got Terry McLaurin, 75 plus receiving yards. Love that there. He's the
75.
number one weapon over there. We both love Terry McLaurin this year. Keep it
Mm-hmm.
going. Then we're taking Terry McLaurin for an anytime touchdown. Love that right there. Terry McLaurin's going to have a big game and he's going to get a touchdown. I would guarantee it. I mean, I can't because
Okay.
it's gambling, but
Right.
that's my lock right there. Then we got Mike Evans, 100 plus receiving yards.
No freaking way.
100 plus receiving yards for the big Mike Evans. He's the guy over there. Pays out to plus 1250.
Yeah, that does seem
When you're
ridiculously
getting
low.
plus money on McLaurin touchdown, McLaurin 75, like I thought about taking McLaurin for plus 100 or 100 plus.
Let me I'm gonna pull up DraftKings and build that real quick and just see what it pays.
That's a good idea right there.
Yeah, because
We'll do a little
that
fact
seems
checking.
that
See
does
if
not
maybe it
seem
does
right.
pay a little bit more. We'll see. I don't know. Definitely might be time. I've had better odds pretty much on everything than you all year too, especially when it comes to touchdown scores like FanDuel, and it seems like DraftKings is kind of like the lowest for the odds on
Right.
touchdown scores. And yeah, so
Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's
maybe it's
not.
just the parlays just they pay out more. I could be wrong. Maybe that's why you've had bigger payouts than me all year and better
I
odds.
can't even get T Mac for 75, so I'll take him for 70.
That's fine.
Then we'll take T Mac anytime touchdown. And
Doing a
then
little
your last one was
detective work.
Mike Evans, 100. Do that. Where's Mike Evans?
This is what we do here,
1,200.
guys. This is what we do. With
1,200.
1200.
It's,
Yeah,
it's,
see,
it's
I don't know.
plus 1,200. It'd be a little more. It'd be a little more. So, like, for instance, if I took Mike, not Mike, if I take Terry for 80 instead, let's see what it goes to. 1,500 if I take him
Yeah.
for 80 instead
So
of
I don't
70.
know why yours pays so much. It has to be one of those things. We've seen it because we've gambled so
Yep.
much this year. We have seen it a couple times where the book, for whatever reason, I don't understand it, but if you
Yep.
take I don't even know,
Certain
like,
things
yeah, certain things for some reason just bump the parlay up.
pair
Like,
well together.
and it's
Yep.
not the odds. It has nothing to do with
Nope.
odds wise. It's just random for some reason. It will bump it up. And I don't know if that's maybe just a glitch in the matrix that the books haven't
No,
caught on to or figured out. But for some reason, like, yeah, you can have this same entire parlay and throw one other pick that actually is better plus money, like mine compared to Allen's, and it just pays out way more. So good on you for finding that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the plus. What'd you say that was? Plus 23.
2,300.
Yeah, see, that's just crazy for a four-pick parlay. That is massive. 23 extra bet. Love that right there.
I think it's because like they take the likelihood of the prop to hit. So like T Max 75, it's like yeah, it's plus money, but it's not like unlikely. Whereas Baker to rush for 25 might be more unlikely, and so that boosts it.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't know. I
I
don't
think
work at a
that
sports
I
book.
think it's something like that. Neither do I. Neither do any
Exactly.
of us because we try to beat the book. We don't work for the book.
Exactly. You work for the book and you've already lost. So, moving on. Touchdown scores.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. You going first?
I'll go first. I love touchdown scores. You guys know this. I love them. All right. First off, we're
Ben
going
on
Terry McLaurin. Have to. He's in the parlay. That's what I do. You cross reference. It's pretty easy to find. If he's in the parlay, he's in the touchdown scores. He's at plus 120. You're getting plus money on him. I like that a lot right there. Next, we're going Zach Ertz. Love that there at plus 250. I'm taking both tight ends in this game. I like them both here. Then we also got Cade Otton on the other side at plus 260. Cade Otton's been a guy since Godwin went down. I don't think that's going to change here in the playoffs. Baker's going to be throwing touchdowns, and he's been throwing the ball all over the place. So I like that a lot. And then last but not least, we have a reach pick. This one's not bad. You and I, we talked a little off camera about this the other day, or maybe it was in our first like overlook of the playoffs this year. But
Oh, can I guess?
yeah, good.
Is it Sterling Shepard?
It is Sterling Shepard. Look at that. He's so smart. Like his memory is actually pretty good. He doesn't get enough credit for that. You don't now. So just want to let you know you got a good
I
memory.
appreciate that.
But yeah, we got
Appreciate
Sterling
that.
Shepard there at plus 400. I like
Plus
the pick a
400.
lot. Yeah.
Played with Baker in college.
Didn't know that. Didn't need to know that. But
I
it's
think
Sterling
that's what you
Shepard.
told me.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. My memory isn't great, but it's
Okay. All
it's
right. All
it's not that bad.
right. What were the odds for Ertz and Otten?
Kate Otten's plus 260 and Ertz is plus 250.
Okay.
So you're getting good money there for the two tight ends, the star tight ends for each team.
I would say so. I would say so. All right. I'm going to hop into mine. I have two of the same you have. So I also have Terry McLaurin. He's plus 115 on DraftKings. And I also have Cade Otton. He's plus 235 on DraftKings. So slightly better odds with Matt's book, which is MGM.
Yeah, it's bet MGM.
And I have Mike Evans at plus 105. I have a hard time believing Mike Evans won't find the end zone in a playoff game. And then I have Brian Robinson at plus 150 because the Bucks have been decent against the run, but they're not great against it. They're kind of middle of the pack. And B Rob's just a great player. So B Rob and Terry from the Commanders, and then I've got Evans and Otten from the Bucks. And I feel really good about literally both of those, or all four of those, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, we think this is going to be a shootout. We think it's going to be a lot of points. I mean, the book does too. I think it's the
Mm-hmm.
highest over under for the weekend.
It is.
Yeah, because Vikings Rams isn't even that high. So, yeah, the 50.5 points. Yeah, it's a lot of points to cover, but we're both pretty confident in it. Let us know in the comments if you guys agree with our pick or don't. If you guys don't think it'll be high scoring, give us a reason why too. Like, we love that. Like, we give you guys our reasons as to
Yeah.
why we like it and all of that. Big Al, he brings you the facts and the stats and all that kind of stuff, and I give you, kind of just like what we've all seen this year from the games and how they've kind of played out. That's kind of the way that we do this, a little back and forth, a little teeter totter, seesaw. We like it a lot. Hope you guys do too. So just let us know in the comments what you guys think. And other than that, unless you have anything else to add, Al, we'll say goodbye.
Yeah, no, just thanks to you guys for rocking with us all season long. We got one more video that'll be coming out next. I don't know. From the time you see this, or probably the next 12 hours, you guys will see our Monday night football video, which is Matt, who's playing Monday night? Rams Vikings, right?
Rams Vikings, and they
There's a
are
chance you're going to the game, right? Chance you're going to the game.
there's a chance I'll be at the game. They moved obviously all the fires and stuff like that going out in LA right now. They have moved the game officially 3 hours ago from the time that we're recording this, not the time you guys are seeing this. They have moved the game to Arizona, so I might be buying myself a ticket to go to the game. So if that happens, look for the shorts to come out, the live feed, the live posts, all that kind of stuff. If that does happen, still trying to work on the schedule and all that. It's a busy weekend, so we'll see.
Logistics.
Yeah, it's a logistics game over here. But until next time,
Right.
yeah.
Protect the bag, beat the book, keep your eyes peeled. Good luck. Let's all hit all our bets, and let's keep the profits rolling, as I like to pretend we do.